Abbreviated last look at that today's special is just a few minutes away. Andrew Lessman is here, and I know you learn a lot when he's here. If you've ever seen me on the air with Andrew, you probably know that this is kind of the quintessential Shannon pick. Although I should say, you hear, now it's not a cure or treatment for anything, but I think you hear a lot more about fatty liver, and again, not a cure or treatment for things, but I think our lifestyles are burdening our livers more than ever.
Our body weight, our lifestyle, the medications we have to take, we must recognize that we are, our liver, even if we did everything perfectly, if you ate perfectly, never had to take a medicine, never drank alcohol, you did everything perfectly,
right,
your liver would still be the hardest working organ in your body. It's performing every moment, it's performing thousands of different kinds of chemical reactions that are either detoxifying you or breaking down certain chemicals in your body or doing lipid metabolism or protein metabolism or cholesterol metabolism. It's just an incredibly hard-working organ, and then we add to it the burden of the things we eat, the fact that we might be overweight, the fact that we might be taking multiple medications, and that's when phosphatidylcholine, which is such an unbelievably affordable product, and you get, as they say, so much bang for your buck. If you read the research on phosphatidylcholine, which is the principal phospholipid in the liver and in the brain, the benefits are, you just never want to go a day without one small capsule.
And absolutely, especially at this special purchase pricing. Right. As an aside, boy,
a little more than a dime a capsule.
A little more than a dime a capsule. Do you know it's a 4.6 star customer pick average. I'm a super fan. I've, host picked this item on more occasions than I can even remember. 60, 180, and 360. Special purchase pricing for the weekend. This was a special 24-hour visit. You do have your flex pay, you have your free shipping, you have your 30-day return policy. And the big thing is we're eating in a way that our livers are working harder, but we're not eating in a manner in which to help support our liver.
Well, we're not getting phosphatidylcholine as a normal constituent. In fact, I was just reading, first of all, recently choline has been talked about. So when you get the phosphatidylcholine, you're also getting an essential nutrient choline, which has been recognized as being really insufficient in the American diet. In fact, I was just reading an article yesterday that was talking about that no prenatal vitamin in the future should be made that doesn't deliver choline. And since my goddaughter just had a little baby, her little baby today is 9 days old, JJ. But I was talking to her about how important choline is. Obviously, DHA is incredibly important for developing brain in a child, but so is choline. Choline is critically important, and it's critically important for all of us. So again, when it comes to our liver, the way we live, there's probably no organ that's more burdened by its byproducts than our liver. So phosphatidylcholine, a simple, affordable way to make a difference. If you maybe drink a little more alcohol than you should, if you take certain medications, which you have no choice about, whether it's cholesterol-lowering medication or antidepressants or antihypertensives for blood pressure, statin drugs, as I said before, for cholesterol reduction, bisphosphonates, things like that for osteoporosis. These are all medications, and without exception, even if you're just taking the basic non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, let alone if you're taking something like COX-2 inhibitors or antibiotics, or steroids or things like that, these are burdening your liver. So it really is common sense to give your body a little support. This is not a drug or medicine. It is just the basic building block of our liver. And our liver, as nasty and difficult as the work that our liver does, it has a remarkable property. And that property is unlike any other organ in our body. It has the ability to regenerate itself. So that incredible ability, if you give it the right tool, can work in your favor. Absolutely,
and for our brain benefits as well. I mean, our brains are more burdened than ever before, pins and passcodes and websites and whatnot. This is, I believe, the first look at this. I'm a super fan. And the thing that you need to remember about your liver, I know I was teasing when I'm wearing tennis.
I just realized
go ahead.
We just got very, very busy, and we have a limited volume of this.
I wondered about that.
but we haven't talked about this for a while, and it is, you know, I'm sure so many of us, whether you might have an ultrasound or things like that, or you get a blood test results and they're talking about your liver enzymes. This is such a simple and straightforward way to support the liver. And it's the key structural molecule of your liver. And I think it's about a third, well, the liver is about the size of 8 football fields in terms of surface area. And 5 of those football fields are basically phosphatidylcholine, what we're talking about here.
Well, and even if you're doing some of the good things, a lot of people are on those protein intensive or ketogenic diets right now, and we're burdening our livers. I mean, even if we're doing quote unquote healthy things,
well, we might be eating more fat or things like that. Then again, the liver is a hard-working organ. That's just the way it is. And as I said before, even if you live perfectly healthy, this is an ingredient that is worthy of consideration. But then if you look at the reality of most Americans, once we get over the age of 35 or 40, we're taking 1 or 2 or 3 prescription drugs a year, maybe taking them on a daily basis. And as we get older, even more, if you then drink wine or anything like that, or alcohol, it just adds insult to injury. So why not? It's a little more than a dime a day. Why not embrace the difference that this can make? And this is another one of those ingredients. If you go on the National Institute of Health website, do a little research, and you see the studies published about phosphatidylcholine and the benefits to our liver, you'd never want to go a day without delivering the choline you need, and the phosphatidylcholine is the best form to enjoy the benefits in.
You better believe it. I know it's, and even as we head into the holiday season, I know we're going to talk about the detoxification product in a moment, but if you do have to take anti-inflammatories like I do, all those things our liver has to work hard for.
Even if you're just taking the simple things like ibuprofen or Tylenol, I believe, you know, well, it's, you know, acetaminophen. Many of us look at it as, you know, a rather innocuous anti-inflammatory. But actually, if you don't dose it properly, you take too much too frequently, it's very problematic for the liver.
Better believe
so we need to make sure that we're just conscientious of the fact that our liver deserves a little thank you, a little pat on the back. And it's as simple as phosphatidylcholine, which is the most critical structural molecule. So it's very straightforward in its mechanism. In a moment, we'll talk about liver antioxidants, which approaches the liver in a different way. Phosphatidylcholine is the basic structural molecule, so it really takes advantage of the fact that the liver can regenerate itself. The liver antioxidant extracts, if we're going to switch to that next, the liver antioxidant extracts, what that does is that